की खूब और का बातें से टीवी sophistication meets style. The stylish trendsetter Tata Curve SUV is in town. India's first coupe SUV is now in Shillong. Net foodish or darmapi ninwan ramangi hakhrdop ying jongpi.
Vice President Jogri India Jagdeep Dhankar haka khandri trik risa orja usa labu maunong rem nak benta bantai yak Meghalaya Skill and Innovation Hub ha New Shillong ringkat ke jingsa khilang jong ulat ke jela CH Vijaya Shankar Menteri Ramba ke jela kondat kongkel sangma ka Menteri ke kot kakhya sorka jela ke Dr. Amprin Lingdo Menteri ketnat puli puthi rakam sangma bat Menteri ketnat Animal Husbandry and Veterinary uba Alexander Elhek Chief Secretary Jela ba DPO alang lem bat ki he officer jok sarkar jela. Hagani ke juk asngi Vice President la plat pe baru ya ka CM Business Catalyst Student B Plan Challenge IIM Shillong bat ya soiru ya ka Memorandum of Understanding hapreng ka UNDP bat ka sarkar Meghalaya nak bentawan kintiu ya ka sengkam sengjam hakni ke jela. Kumban chupentip hangni baya ka Meghalaya Skill and Innovation Hub on satay han New Shillong hakachaka ka bahe han real point san pasa ekar bat ya ka bala mang pisa nyau pinyo point san kulor tingkah.
Hey. Jay.
Thank you, sir, for doing us the honors.
The future of our state by creating avenues for skill development, innovation and entrepreneurship. The talented and ambitious youth face challenges such as unemployment, skill gaps and limited opportunities. Recognizing this, the government of Meghalaya has launched a robust skilling entrepreneurship support system. And at the heart of this vision is the Meghalaya Skills and Innovation Hub, or MSIH. Nestled in the tranquil hills of New Shillong, MSIH will stretch across 6.54 acres of innovation with a state-of-the-art 12,000 square meter space designed to spark creativity and fuel growth. Built on 4 core pillars: innovation, skill development, entrepreneurship support, and collaboration, MSIH will offer cutting-edge programs. With spaces dedicated to nurturing new ideas, incubating startups, and fostering industry partnerships, MSIH will empower the next generation of entrepreneurs to bring their dreams to life. MSIH, where innovation meets opportunity, where communities rise and where sustainable development leads the way. Welcome to the future of Meghalaya.
Let us applaud this eventful moment.
So today's program is a very, very specific program, and it is really targeted towards the youth of our state. As you can see, even in the audience, majority of the people who are here are the youth. You were mentioning, sir, earlier on a light note that I look quite young and quite a young chief minister. Is that you were mentioning earlier to some of the crowd outside. But sir, you'll be quite surprised to know that I fall in the 15% of the population, which is 45 and above. 85% of Meghalaya's population is below the age of 45. And that's really what our strength is. And if you look at that, sir, it is the youth which is one of our greatest strengths and our greatest assets. And that is why, sir, in the past many years, we have been bringing out programs, policies that are very, very focused on the youth. And our idea is very simple, sir. We want to nurture them, we want to ensure that they are ready, and we want to ensure that they are able to contribute in a maximum way to the overall productivity and growth of our state and of our nation. And therefore it is our responsibility as a government and as political leaders and as officials to guide our youth, give them the opportunity so that they can contribute in the productive manner. And hence, so we are really focused on what we're calling the entrepreneurship ecosystem, sir. And that's really at the core of what we are trying to do. So we realized almost close to 80,000 youths today enter the workforce every year in Meghalaya. 80,000. And therefore, this 80,000 workforce is massive. Now, how do we channelize this 80,000 youths so that they can contribute in a productive manner towards the growth of our nation, sir? The e-championship program, sir, this is a business plan competition which we started. And as you can see, sir, in the first year, we had 700 people who participated. But as the years have gone, today we have almost 2,500 people who have participated. And this year we have started the new championship or the business plan competition. We expect maybe over 3,500 people to participate. So similarly, sir, in entrepreneurship, we are providing not just a business plan competition, but we select the best business plans and we handhold them, we support them, give financial support, give subsidy, office space. And sir, some of the programs you saw outside, the program which the young boys and girls were showing you, where the plastic that we collected from the rivers and lakes, those plastics are today being converted into building materials, tiles and other kind of materials which can be then used in day-to-day work, sir. So again, another example of how we are working with different entrepreneurs. Next. Yes, sir. So there's examples again of rural entrepreneurship, sir. Yeah, can leave it there. So this is an example of the women's entrepreneurship and rural entrepreneurship. So what we realized, if you can look at the women's groups, sir, this is a number of self-help groups that has grown from 2018 when we took over the government, sir, 6-7 years back. And today from 10,000 groups, today we are at 49,000 groups of self-help groups. And all of them are today doing economic activities which are productive in nature. And again, this is again focusing on women entrepreneurship. Just go back one slide. Yeah. So this is the rural entrepreneurship, which again is a very important key aspect for us because we realize that there's huge opportunity, not just in Shillong or the towns or the urban areas, but in rural areas, especially when it comes to food processing, we realize there's huge opportunities. So this is just one picture of one of the food processing units that has come up. And we are taking production products from the farmers out there, and we're making local ice cream, local juice, local chips in this particular location. And if you can see the solar panels, this is a processing plant that runs totally on solar energy. So there are about close to 10 such plants now we've put up in the last 5 years. We intend to put up at least 100 of these in the coming 3 to 4 years, sir. And one plant like this supports almost close to 6,000 farmers, sir. There are some of them that support even 10,000 farmers. So that's the kind of ecosystem which we are trying to develop. See and Elevate, sir. Again, a very, very ambitious program, a program which we are focusing towards, again, pushing entrepreneurship to the next level, sir. Here, the subsidy level, as you can see, is, from 35% all the way to even 75%. Youngsters who want to open up fitness centers, who want to open up cinema halls, who want to open up different kind of music studios, or even want to go into getting your own football club. We are supporting these kind of different activities through this program called CM Elevate. And small programs like these, sir. So these warehouses are built through CM Elevate. These vehicles are being given through CM Elevate because we realize that farmers have the produce, but they can't take it to the market. So by the time they look for a vehicle, either it's too expensive or they don't have the accessibility. So we've been distributing hundreds of these vehicles at almost 45 to 50% subsidy. Next. So like I was saying, for tourism, we're doing the same. Yeah. So tourism, we're doing the same, giving these vehicles at 45% subsidy. Homestays, so this is a real homestay in our state. On the right side, you can see the small picture. And we are giving, again, huge subsidy for people. And we have, I think, one of the most aggressive plans for homestays. And right now, 700 of them are being constructed. We are targeting 3,000 of this because tourism sector is a key sector for us. And we are really stressing on that aspect, sir. And again, so we're trying to put up wellness centers. Next. Yes, sir. So again, skilling, our minister had also shared with you some numbers, but this is again a very important part of the youth-centric policy that I was mentioning. So while entrepreneurship is important, the entrepreneurship has to be supported by capable manpower. And sometimes the entrepreneurs do not have the kind of skilled manpower that they need. And hence, we're really focusing on that. And that's why today we're laying the foundation stone for the Skills and Innovation Hub. Next. Again, so this is an example. So this is a very interesting thing which I was mentioning to you while you were coming in the flight today. So that we are really working on overseas placements. And this is an area which we see as a huge opportunity for us, sir. We just tested the market last year. We just trained a few nurses from our state in Japanese. They learned it in 6 months' time. And today these two nurses are working in Kobe in Japan. And this is a real picture of me there in Kobe, sir. And that was the day we started the program. And the picture on top is the day when I saw them and I dropped them off in Japan, in Kobe. And we are expecting, sir, that at least in the next 2 to 3 years, we hope to touch even about close to 1,500 to 2,000 nurses if we can get the training capacity going up. And so that's not just placement that we're talking about, not in terms of jobs, but also in terms of the foreign exchange that comes into the state once we're able to place. And this is just one sector, which is nursing, but so you can imagine the sectors like chef, like cooking, for construction workers they require. There is so much requirement at the international level today. It's just a question of connecting the two dots and to be able to come together, sir. But so the third thing which we're doing, sir, is again we are tying up with our institutes that are present in our state, sir. So we are very lucky. Government of India has given many good institutes to our state, whether it's IIM, whether it's NEHU, whether it's NIFT, whether it's NIGRIMS. But the utility of these institutes is limited to the students studying there. So hence, we are desiring that this particular institutes which are there should also play a role in overall development of the state. And that can only happen when we start partnering with them. And hence, one of the steps we're doing today is partnering with IIM Shillong. It's one of the premier institutes in the country today, a business plan competition specifically focused on green energy and different kind of, all green technology that is there in the world today. And we are hopeful that through this particular initiative, we actually may become one of the premier business plan competitions in the country for green technologies. So that's what our target is, sir. But in the larger goal, our target, sir, is to see how these we have about close to 20 premier institutes in our state. But as I said, the partnership is limited between the students and the faculty. But we want to now open up the ecosystem more, allow these institutes now to contribute towards the development of the state by partnering with the state and partnering with the people, and not just the students who are studying there. So this is really what the thought process is, which will be moving forward.
Meghalaya is a land of opportunities with unique challenges. Some of our sayings are a good climatic condition, conducive to agri, horticulture and ecotourism development. with 74% of the population is under the age of 35. I have to mention one more important thing here. 34% of the population in Meghalaya, they are below 19, age of 19. 74% of the population under 35 years of age. The state has immense potential to contribute to the human resources requirement of the nation. It gives me a profound sense of honor today to address the gathering in the presence of Honorable Vice President of India. The occasion will leave a permanent mark in the history of the state, and we are truly blessed to have you here, sir. With the laying foundation stone for the setting of Meghalaya Skills and Innovation Hub, the state will be able to create an institution which will help in generating the much needed employment opportunities and industry ready workforce for the state. The institution will further the implementation of the Prime program, the objective of which is for promoting entrepreneurship and supporting local business in the state. The Meghalaya Skills and Innovation Hub will be constructed on 6.54 acres of land at New Shillong Township at an estimated cost of rupees 80 crores. The further strengthen the prime program of Government of Meghalaya as tied up with IIM Shillong as a knowledge of partner. The objective of the partnership is to provide hand-holding support to the entrepreneurship development to the college students through the same business catalyst student pre-plan challenge program. Today, Meghalaya government is signing MOU with UNDP in upgrading of skill of our youth and enhance their employability. Meghalaya is becoming a hub of young entrepreneurs and with the setting up of Shillong IT Park and newly coming up Thura IT Park. This unique potential in IT sector will give immense support to BPO and IT sector in the state, and more number of youth will be able to get employment locally, which will be a forward step to the state towards vocal and local slogan of our visionary Prime Minister, Sri Narendra Modi ji. Sir, few of the things, one or two more issues I have to bring it to your notice. In case of Meghalaya, sir, it is hub of tourism. It is not only hub of tourism, it is hub of Ayurveda. And in case of, I am from Karnataka, as you know, in our area also we used to grow turmeric. But whereas in case of our area, the curcumin ratio is only 3.7. But whereas in case of Meghalaya, it is 8.7. It is highest in the country, I tell you. In our area also, we used to grow pepper, but only black pepper we used to grow there. But here, I think probably this is only area we are able to find white pepper. We are going to get white pepper here also. So in case of tourism, in case of Ayurveda, many more opportunities are there. In that way also, seriously we have to think about it.
Laying foundation stone for Meghalaya Skill and Innovation Hub is not a small step. It will bring about big change. And I'm sure it will come into being functionally quite soon. Unfolding of the infrastructure reveals that its size is going to be gigantic, will attract attention beyond the state. But human resource involvement would also give cutting edge. I would particularly request the Honorable Minister for Skilling, Government of India, Shri Jain Chaudhary, to have deliberations with the Honorable Chief Minister and the team. He is a dynamic minister with independent charge and has already revealed his mind by way of two very important articles. So the kind of passion I saw in the Chief Minister, the mission mode which he reflected, the execution for which he is known, I am sure this is going to be a real boon to the youth, because these are the times where skilling is no longer a quality, it is our need, it is our daily need. It was equally delightful to launch CM Business Catalyst, a student deep plan challenge. That was amazing. I was a student of physics, not of chemistry. But I learned over the years that catalyst is something very important. You have to catalyze the change, you have to bring about the change you believe in. Someone has to take that step. And that step was taken by visionary Prime Minister Narendra Modi 10 years back. No one is more informed than I am about the situation of the country in 1989 when I was a member of Parliament and a minister. How shaky we were on economy, how fragile was our foreign exchange balance, and what was the mood of the nation. Prime Minister thoughtfully, by visionary steps, has uplifted mood of the nation to one of hope and possibility. An ecosystem is in place now, where every young boy and girl can look for a larger basket of opportunities, much beyond just getting into government service. And I am therefore particularly enamored that innovation, which is our obvious forte, and skilling, for which we have to be global source center. Now the program has taken a structured method, but even without it, our health workers have contributed so massively outside the country, particularly our girls. They have earned laurels for the entire country. When I went to the Middle East, and when I got accolades, that what has come in several countries of Middle East, that infrastructure, they stand out in the world for that. The underlying bedrock of human resource is Indian genius. When Prime Minister Modi could get the entire world on the same page, with United Nations declaring the shortest time with largest support of nations, International Yoga Day, the Prime Minister made a statement that we will have yoga instructors in every part of the globe. Yoga has become science. Yoga has become industry. Yoga has been associated with fitness. And yoga has been associated with our civilizational depth. Because the greatest knowledge platform for health, Honorable Minister is aware of it. Our Vedas, Atharvaveda, you'll find it. So boys and girls, this day indeed is a unique day. And this makes my maiden visit to the state of Meghalaya very, very special. it shall ever be etched in my memory. Honorable Chief Minister has been very kind. He has already extended invitation for a second visit. I remember when, as the president of the bar, I invited one of the persons. Are you free for dinner today? I am president of the bar. And the great lawyer is no more. Ram Jetmani, he said, think for a second time, Mr. Dhankar. I was young and you were a towering giant. I had the good fortune to be a member of parliament alongside him. He said, I am in the habit of accepting good invitations for dinner. You can think again. I said, please do. I'm sure you must have thought of it. I'll make it. Hopefully I'll make it this year. Boys and girls. But they say in the United States, there is nothing like free lunch. So I accept the invitation with two caveats. I will entertain at least one group of students, boys and girls, and one group of legislators before I visit the state of Meghalaya. And this should happen in 2024. Skill development has to be understood. It is not something we are discovering or innovating. We would need a plumber, we would need an electrician, we would need a driver, we will need a carpenter, we will need someone who can deal with our computer. We will need them. They are already there. Skill means it gets the best out of you. Skill is optimal exploitation of the talent of a person in that specified field. And that gives the human resource a qualitative cutting edge. Focus on this aspect by the Prime Minister has been labored on, is consistently reflected on this. And a big change has come. One, there is a dedicated ministry. Two, there is an allocation of 60,000 crores over a period of 5 years, where 5 lakh youth will be given such kind of inclusion. Now, when we think of it, we have to get it closer to the requirement. Villages and semi-urban towns must be hub of skill centers of a kind. You can have them graded. For some, you need a high level of urbanization because of human resource requirement. But this will be a great game changer. And this is skill for the state of Meghalaya can bring about wonders, incremental growth into trajectory, a big economic upsurge related to tourism, for instance. Nature has bountifully gifted it. So soothing. This hole is air conditioned by nature. Just imagine. Elsewhere, we have tough time. So tourism by itself is sustaining the economy of several countries. You have to exploit it fully by having very talented, skilled people in the shape of human resource. Every tourist carries memorable moments of professionalism, excellence, because rest of things nature has given you. The engine of your economy can be driven singularly and on all cylinders by tourism. I was happy to note when I was interacting with the Honorable Chief Minister that he has a plan. The plan is in execution. But these days, while I advise every young boy and girl to be patient, I want 15% category to which the Chief Minister belongs to be impatient. To be functional 24/7. Because if we shape their future, if we shape their career, if we keep them away from stress and tension, if we keep them away from fear of failure, we will be contributing hugely to the growth of the nation. And therefore, this has to be done. Skilling by itself is capacity building. I have seen for myself. We don't take the first step. We fear it. We fear it thinking it is difficult. Let me tell you, there is no step which our youth cannot take. All are equal. You must be guided by your attitude and aptitude. But therein, if you get an idea in your mind, please don't make your mind as a parking place. Your mind is meant to be a crucible of innovation. Try it. Don't fear failure. Because failures are just not there. There are people who will always say, glass is half empty. Don't listen to them. Listen to those who say glass is half full. Chandrayaan 2, I witnessed the Governor State of West Bengal. After midnight around 2 a.m., Chandrayaan 2 was very close to the lunar surface, but did not reach. Some took it as failure. Chandrayaan 3 has demonstrated the success of Chandrayaan 3, giving Bharat the status of being the only country in the world to have landed its spacecraft at that part of moon. It was majorly because of Chandrayaan 2. Northeast is a significant contributor to India's unity, economic progress, cultural assets. And it is because of this policy of the present government that when I attended ASEAN for the first time as Vice President, there was a keen interest in several countries of that region. I was gratifying. When I talked about the impact we are having, I can tell you, things are right in right frame, in right group. But some of us, out of ignorance, out of being ill-informed, do not appreciate what a nation is. A nation is not divisible as to who has how many roads, how many dams, how many. We are one whole. This is our identity. It's an identity that has survived in spite of the nation having been assaulted from outside on a number of occasions in last several hundred years. Therefore, boys and girls, the mantle is on you. The onus is on you. Be informed. Thanks to technological advancement. Thanks to disruptive technologies, everyone now has a right of expression. An expression which earlier was captive of newspapers, TV channels, expression otherwise could not find way in public domain. Suddenly we find we can ourselves be at the center of expression. But can we afford to be loose cannons, ignoring our basic commitment to our nation? Can we allow on public platforms free flow of information that has no factual foundation? Let me come to the state of the nation today. The entire world is in admiration of Bharat. Its economy, its prosperity, its innovation, its human resource, its creativity. They can't believe that a nation of 1.4 billion people has internet connectivity virtually in every village, electricity in every house. The day is not far when every house will have tap water. These are big things. But these big ticket accomplishments are a ground reality also. And therefore, boys and girls, you are much luckier than us. You are really lucky to be living in a land that is known as Bharat. Which other country can rival in our cultural wealth? No other country. Which country can claim to be repository of knowledge, wisdom as our Bharat? That when we are destined to be a developed nation at 2047, you are most vital contributors. You are most significant stakeholders. You are drivers of that engine. And I have no doubt, this engine will not fail. Am I right? Am I right? This engine will not fail. Let me have a loud voice. This engine will not fail. आवाज कम है, हाँ, स्माइल काफी है. इसको कहते हैं कनेक्टिविटी. पूरी दुनिया में देखो, look around. If there is heaven, it is in India. If there is heavenly spirit, it is in Meghalaya. जब ऐसे हालात boys and girls are leaving this place with full confidence, with certainty that Bharat that is on the rise at the moment, the rise is unstoppable. This rise no one can impede. I am optimistic. I am optimistic because I see your potential. I can read your intent. I know you will exploit all your energies to make this nation great, make yourself a worthy citizens, and make your families and teachers ever proud. I am indeed privileged to be part of this unique program.